my fellow limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy Hbics. How you doing on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How you doing? How's everything going? Huh? Well, let's get to some basic bitch shit here. Okay, I'm in my bedroom because boyfriend and everybody, they're all downstairs. Okay, we're up here. I want privacy and I want to record and I don't feel like going outside. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the screens. It just went by. They're in the drop box below. If you're impatient, you might want to think about purchasing emergency coaching instead. Okay. If you email me for regular coaching, that is great. You're in line. Okay. As soon as you email me, that's you. You got in line. If you're going to be upset and agitated because you haven't heard from me yet, do emergency coaching. Okay. I have a little bit of a wait list. A little bit means sometimes a lot. It's because I don't suck. It's because I don't suck. So please be patient. And if you can't, that's why there exists emergency coaching. That's why it exists. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Also, to all of you yesterday who showed up in the comments agreeing that if you've purchased coaching and you've been waiting a while to get it, okay, I don't like that you're waiting a while either. Okay, that does bother me, which is why I try to make up for it for you. There's always more of a reward for your patience, always. And thank you to those of you who showed up, okay? I appreciated you because it's true, okay? All right, so, you know the deal. It's because I appreciate every single one of you, okay? But I'm one person getting to y'all, okay? I'm getting to you as fast as I can. I have TikTok, I have Instagram. I'd love for you to join me over there. I have channel memberships. One of them is tonight, okay? Tonight's membership is the exclusive lives coaching membership, okay? That's where we don't talk about your personal circumstances. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear old stories. That's the group where we zhuzh. We share tips and tricks and successes. That's the zhuzhing group, okay? But this Friday, is the beginning of our very first session of the hot seat / group coaching. This is a trigger warning group. This is where you can discuss your circumstances. You can discuss things. I'm not going to let you marinate, but this is the place where you get to get in the hot seat and ask me some questions that you're just dying to ask somebody. And that's what that one's for. That is this Friday. It's going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time because I'm in New York. And to those of you who have already joined, thank you so much. I'm excited. If you are already in my original exclusive lives coaching membership group, if you are already a member there, you will have 4 weeks in a row of free access to the hot seat / coaching group coaching membership. So you have 4 weeks starting this week. So this Friday starts as number 1. Okay, and we're going to count to 2, 3, and 4. Once we get to 4, that's it. But the reason why I'm providing this access is because maybe why you joined the exclusive lives was because you were hoping it was that type of an environment, which I get. So this is another group for you. You're probably going to want to hop over there. Okay. What else? What am I thinking? And also for some of you who, wonder what hot seat group coaching can be like, there you go. You'll get to see a little taste of it. What else? But like I said, it comes with a trigger warning. So if you're someone, if you get triggered, don't come to the group. Don't get upset. Okay. Because if you know that you get upset when you hear other people's circumstances and stories, and then you show up after I've warned everybody a million trillion times, and then get frustrated because someone's marinating in circumstances or discussing circumstances, you understand how that it became your fault, not mine. You know what I'm saying? Okay, just keeping it real. So that's this Friday. I'm so excited for this group. I'm excited because I know sometimes you just want to ask a damn question. You just want to ask a question. Now you're going to be able to. Okay? All right. So enough about that. If you're new here, hi, how you doing? Kimberly. How's it going? Would love for you to subscribe and come back and see me. I am your definite, what does everybody say? I'm your favorite. Okay. Well, I'm your favorite sexy, sassy, saucy, and a lot of times snarky manifestation coach. I would love for you to subscribe and come back and see me. Okay. I do my best to post daily. Okay. And I don't know. Can't think of anything else. So I'm going to stop talking. Let's get into the video today. Yes? Okay. Okay, so let's jump right in. These are just a few tips that I would like to share. I would like you not to do while manifesting. These would help you greatly if you would stop doing these, or just don't ever do it. Meaning, if you've never done it, great. You're going to be successful. But if you're someone that does, these are some things that we would kind of want to stop doing, okay, while on a manifestation game. Number one, and it's probably the most obvious, it's stop counting time. Stop counting how long you've been on your manifestation game. Stop calculating every goddamn second that you've been affirming for your specific person or for that big check to come in the mail. Stop. Paying attention to how long it's been since you started your manifestation journey is doing what to benefit you? Just doing what? Okay? It's doing nothing, especially if it's bothersome to you, like you're panicking over the time. We all know, and if you don't know, time isn't linear. All timelines exist. They're all happening all at the same time right now as you and I are talking, okay? But you looking at the 3D and saying, oh my God, I've been on this journey for a year, 2 months, 2 years, whatever. That, especially if it's over a month, knowing some of you, you're upset. And I get it, okay? I'm sympathetic to the fact that we all want our shit yesterday. I know, okay? I've been there. I know what it's like to really, really want your stuff. I know, okay? But let's stop. Stop calculating the time that it's been. And maybe your logical mind right now is saying, yeah, but I don't want to waste my life doing this. I want my manifestation. I don't want to be manifesting an SP for a year. Yeah, nobody does. So don't. Decide to be the version of you that's having whatever the hell he or she wants now. Decide you have no limited beliefs around love and relationships anymore. And you have no limited beliefs around your specific person. Decide today. The repetition of that decision is going to bring you what you want. You get to be anybody you want to be. You get to be whoever you want. Any version of yourself. Yes, you do. So let's stop being versions of ourselves that we don't want to be anymore. And like, you know me, listen, I am snarky, a little sarcastic. I like to have a good time. I don't like to be so serious all the time. So I'm picking on you a little bit, but let's just be realistic. You calculating how long it's been since you've had your manifestation is not beneficial to you. It is keeping you in the version of yourself or a state. It's keeping you in the state of you not having what you want and probably not doing your belief in manifestation any justice either. And yes, it's normal to not believe and trust and have faith, all normal, especially in the beginning of your journey. But once you've gotten to the place of believing, it makes the journey a lot better. Okay. Number 2, I'm literally just recording this on the fly. So I'm just I don't have a list. They're coming to my mind. Number 2. This was actually asked by one of my channel members, and it's a good question, and I think it should be a part of the tips. So number 2 is, watching manifestation content while manifesting. Should you, shouldn't you? So my tip is this. If you're watching manifestation content from the placement of, oh my God, I'm still doing something wrong. Let me watch this next video to see if they have the newest, improved version of manifestation. And let me see if I can, throw my whole manifestation game out the window. So if we're watching content from the placement of, I just want my fucking specific person. Let me watch this video so I can, make sure that I'm saying all the right affirmations. Do you see how that's you being a version of yourself that is not having what she wants or he wants? And we're in this mindset of, I need to change what I'm doing. I need to fix something. That's not who we are, right? Who we want to be. That's a version of ourselves that needs fixing. So you taking in manifestation content just because you're on a manifestation journey, and the videos, most of the time, depending on who you're watching, of course, I don't even need to say anything, depending on who you're watching, puts you in a good mood. It keeps you zhuzhed. It keeps you on track. And you just like hearing and discussing manifestation content. Yes. Watch whatever you want. Watch whatever you want and enjoy yourself. It does not matter if you're watching manifestation content. It is, listen, there's a fear around that logical thinking of, well, if I'm watching manifestation content, then I must assume I am the version of myself that doesn't have what I want, because I probably wouldn't watch manifestation content if I had whatever I wanted. Right? That's you thinking logically. Stop overthinking and stop being so damn hard on yourself. Watch all the content you want. My suggestion is to watch people that kind of share some of the same ideas around manifestation, so life will be less confusing, right? Because unfortunately, at this point, a lot of the law of attraction community have jumped over to law of assumption, as well as everybody thinks they're a manifestation coach. So we have all these people putting out content, which should be a benefit. It should be a good thing, right? Especially if you're someone like me who enjoys manifestation content. Thank God I do, right? Clearly I should. Because it's fun. I love hearing other people's opinions, or, maybe someone has an easier way to step into a state or decide who you are. I love hearing things. I'm an open box. But unfortunately, it also opens the doorway to limited beliefs and remembering that people can only coach and teach from where they actually are on their journey. And that's not me saying that from a limited place. It's just that's what's going to happen, because that's their perception. That's their understanding of the content. So it's not even really technically their fault, but they're dumping limitations, which then become yours, especially if you believe in them. Do you see what I'm saying? So manifestation content, yes, you can watch it, but decide you're doing everything right. That's my tip. Okay? So don't be consuming manifestation content from 90,000 different people, because you're going to get confused. That's something not to do, right? That's the official number 2. Number 3. Okay, gentle reminder, when we are manifesting, we are becoming new versions of ourselves, which is another way of saying a different state. It's a different state. Your affirmations, your visualizations, your scripting is leading you to the new state. Okay, it's you becoming new you, the you that has what you want. Well, if you are going from channel to channel to channel, leaving comment after comment after comment about your circumstances, as in, life sucks tits, you don't have what you want, SB's been nothing but terrible to you, and, all they do is make you feel not good enough, not chosen, not wanted, all the things. They made it very clear they want nothing to do with you, you're broke, blah, blah, blah. And you're going everywhere discussing it. Stop talking about it. Stop discussing and relentlessly affirming, accepting, allowing a 3D life that you don't want. Yeah? When you go everywhere discussing your issues, your problems, your circumstances, you are that version of yourself, period. And I know that sounded a little tough, but don't get me wrong. Yes, can you allow yourself the moments if you're doing coaching with someone? Sure, but I get it. There are moments we can acknowledge our circumstances. We can accept what's going on in the 3D. That's fine. But when we're always marinating, and how you don't have what you want, That's you being a version of you that doesn't have what you want. And it's keep it in there. Keep it in there. Keep it in there. Keep it in there. Don't do that. Don't relentlessly marinate. Okay? Don't relentlessly marinate. It doesn't feel good to marinate either, for what it's worth. I know it doesn't. It's not fun sitting in the state or version of yourself, or even just sitting in the thoughts of, life isn't what you want yet. It doesn't feel good, does it? That's why you're not supposed to be doing it, because it feels like shit. Your body's telling you. Tip number 4 of what not to be doing on your manifestation journey. Now, keep in mind, before I continue with number 4, this video, it's just a little bit of snarky fun from me, okay? But it's not meant for all of you. And it's certainly not to give the message of you need to be perfect to manifest. Please know that, okay? But this is for any of you who are doing these behaviors hourly, daily, and then being upset that manifestation isn't here. That's what this is for. And it's for newbies. It's for newbies, okay? These are the don't do's. Yeah? Okay. Okay, so onwards with number 4. Really good tip, I think, is don't take unnecessary action in your 3D. Don't take action, okay? Now, I know, listen, don't misunderstand. When we are manifesting, we will be given inspired action. And it's generally, it's something that you're not even going to think twice about. You're just going to do. Okay, let's use the example of, manifesting a specific person. You're manifesting someone. This could be if you know them or don't know them. Doesn't really matter. If it applies to you, great. But if you're manifesting someone and, let's say you do have contact with them and they're not their best version. They are not showing up, asking you out all the time, and you're not liking this. It's why we're manifesting them, right? But you take the action of asking them constantly to get together. No, let's not do that. That's an example of action we don't need to take while manifesting. Meaning, the tip is don't try to force things in the 3D. That's not manifesting. That's manipulation. Okay. And if you are, anybody out there who made the relentless mistakes that I did, and I had to learn the hard way from, this is so you don't have to. I would want to manifest doing things with a specific person, like anything, like just getting together, right? And so I would constantly ask for plans, for things to do. Hey, do you want to do this? Hey, do you want to do that? Do you want to do this? Now, don't get me wrong. Don't overthink and think that you can never ask your person to ever do anything. It's not what I mean. Yeah, I was doing it from the placement of I need to ask them to make plans because we have to see each other. Because if we don't see each other, how's this relationship going to get deeper? And then how are we supposed to do A, B, and C, and D? And every single thing we're manifesting with a person, we have to see each other more. Or just the fact that I want to see you more, okay? See that like, oh my God, I'm losing my shit mentality. So I'm going to go out here and force it and keep bugging him to do things. And then if he would cancel, be upset. When never, ever just working on who I am, we don't want to do that. So what I mean by that is the whole point of manifestation is for you to step into the version of yourself who has the manifestation. So I should have been putting the focus on me being the version of myself who believes she's a priority, believes she's chosen by this person, believes that she has successful, loving, fulfilling, committed relationships, who believes that a man, I'm into men, can choose me, love me for me, and loves being in the relationship with me. My focus should have been becoming that version of self, or whatever other details I wanted to experience. I should have been focusing on being that version of myself. But instead, I was focused on how he's not doing any of this stuff yet. We need to spend more time together. I don't think he makes me a priority. I don't think he wants to spend enough time with me. I have to fix him. So I'm going to bug him every single day to get together. Never focusing on me. And then being upset when or if he canceled. Never focusing on me. Changing 3D. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, manifestation is about changing your 3D. I know. It's not really change. And don't get me wrong. I know your logical mind is saying, well, manifestation is bringing about change in the 3D. It's never anything to change but us. Never, ever, ever. And by changing us, we're just deciding to be somebody different, a different version of ourselves. Okay? That is what's bringing you to the reality where you're living the experience of having anything you desire. But you become that version of yourself. That's the state you're stepping into. So when you're taking manipulative action to get what you want, not only is it probably going to backfire, like it did wonderfully for me, it's not you becoming the version of you who has the desire. Editing Kim here. I just think I need to make it very, very clear. The message is not for you to take away thinking, I can never text or call my SP, or I can never ask my SP to do anything on a weekend. That's not the message. The message is, if you know you're in a desperate, needy state of consciousness or a desperate, needy version of yourself, 9 times out of 10, we get to a place where we want to force the manifestation in the 3D, which means right on time, every single time. Meaning, feeling like we have to blow up their phone because they're not responding to us. That's a desperate, needy energy. Feeling like we have to beg them to do things with you or with us. That's a desperate, needy energy. And then losing our shit when none of that works. That's definitely not the version of ourselves we need to be. Do you see what I'm saying? The takeaway is, who are you being? Who do you think you are? Yes, it's normal to text or call your specific person. It's normal to ask them if they feel like going out to dinner tonight. Yeah, that's normal. It's all normal behaviors. Very, very normal. But the purpose of manifestation is to get you into the place of believing that you're having that relationship with someone who wants to do all those things with you. And you don't have to worry if they don't instantly respond back to you. You don't have to worry if they say, yeah, I'm not hungry. Let's do something else. Do you see what I'm saying? The takeaway is, who do you think you are? Okay? Back to the point of not having to be perfect. It's not what I'm saying. But I know that we get caught up wanting to force the manifestation to be here. I know that. And it's because you desperately want your manifestation. And I know that too. But forcing things out here from the state of being that is clearly a version of yourself who doesn't even believe the relationship's going to work out. Maybe you don't believe you're good enough. Maybe you don't feel like a priority. So if we're never changing that about ourselves, this out here is not going to become what we want until we change that. Do you see what I'm saying? So don't worry about manipulating things out here. Put the focus on being the new version of you. So don't do that. Don't take unnecessary action out into that 3D. Don't try to make it happen. Don't. It's waste your time and energy, and you're going to get exhausted doing it. Tip number 5. Don't be afraid of your thoughts. Yeah. Don't be afraid of your thoughts. Don't be in fear of your thoughts. Don't think because you thought a shitty thought today about your manifestation that, oh my God, it's going to manifest. Don't be afraid of your thoughts. I know the most common thing you hear is your thoughts create. I know that, okay? I'm guilty of saying it. But truth is, we are always manifesting from our state of being. We are manifesting from our state of being. Okay? we get kind of lost in the community when we think of thoughts. You know, thoughts are a product of the state you're in. Thoughts are a product of who you believe you are. Period. Yes, you may consciously choose to think new thoughts to help you step into a new state. Yes. But in that moment, you're consciously choosing new thoughts to help get into that state. As opposed to when you're in a specific state, the thoughts that are just freely popping up in the mind, they are a product of what state you're in. Always. Always. So really think about that for a second. If we're manifesting from the placement of our state, or another way of saying it is who you believe you are. If you're manifesting from the place of who you believe you are, then not every single thought creates. And let me give you an example as to why. Let's think about this. I don't know about you, but when I've been angry at people in the past, I have thought some negative friggin' thoughts. Very negative thoughts about that person. Okay? And I could be somebody who thought really bad thoughts about that person. Really bad thoughts. And they didn't fucking manifest. They didn't freaking manifest. And I was a stewer. Meaning, old Kimberly, if you pissed her off, she thought about it a lot. And she marinated in her anger at you. I'm talking about old me in third person, because she don't exist anymore. I don't want to ever be her again. But she would really think about how you pissed her off. She'd marinate in it. She'd often have inner arguments about her retelling you off. And think really mean things. Really mean things that she wanted to happen. They didn't happen. They didn't manifest. You know what I'm saying? Not every thought manifests. Not every thought does. And logical people want to say, yeah, that's because you knew, you believed. Somewhere within you just believed that those mean thoughts you thought weren't going to manifest. So you had a knowing, you had a belief that it wasn't really going to manifest. You're right. But it was the belief that saved the day, didn't it? It's the belief. The individual thought didn't just create. So you don't have to be afraid of your thoughts. If you have a shitty thought today, don't be afraid of it. It's okay. But also, let's not give it a bigger meaning. Let the thoughts drive by. Your job is to be an observer. As manifestors, we observe our thoughts, not believe them just because they popped into our mind. You are consciousness. You are deciding to be this version of yourself. In other words, I'm just consciousness, just like you're just consciousness. I'm choosing to be this version of Kimberly every single day when I open my eyes. I'm this version of myself. So this version of myself gets all sorts of thoughts. And if it's a thought that just out of nowhere pops up, that doesn't sound like me having exactly what I want in my reality, I don't lose my shit because the thought popped up. I'm not afraid it's going to manifest. I let it go. I don't fight it. I don't flip it. And that's not to say that if you get a thought that pops up and it makes you feel good to say, nope, that's not true. That's the old reality. That's old self. That's fine. Yeah, please keep doing that if that feels good to do that. What I'm trying to tell you is every single thought that comes into your mind, and if it's shitty, you are flip it, flip it, flip it, affirm, 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 flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it, affirm, affirm, affirm. Can't you see that the energy in that moment is you fearing? And you're putting more energy into the fearing of that thought that you're marinating, and you are now in a state that is not beneficial to you. And it's exhausting. And This doesn't have to be a shitty, exhausting journey. It doesn't have to be. Maybe we have some moments of feeling uncomfortable here and there, but they don't have to be long-term. So don't be afraid of your thoughts. Put your focus and attention and energy into who you want to be. And who you want to be, that means probably the version of you that has exactly what you want to experience in life. The person you want to be with, the relationship, how you want the relationship to be, how much money you have, what career you have, how you feel, how your health is, who your friends are, how you're treated by everyone. Who do you want to be? I'm sure the thought is you want to be the version of you that's having all of those wonderful experiences. Put your focus on deciding that's who you are now. And you can be as specific as you want. But put the focus there. Don't be afraid of your thoughts. It's a waste of time. And I'm telling you, trust me, it's a waste of your time. Not every single thought creates. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed my full-on snark today. I'm in a good mood. And I'm in the mood for sarcasm. It makes me laugh. Puts me in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. So I hope I made some of you smile. Okay. And I hope that any of you who watch this, that you resonate with some of the things I gave as tips, as you're like guilty as charged. That's okay. You don't have to be perfect. Okay. You haven't ruined your manifestation. But let's work on letting some of those bad habits go to hell. Okay. So we can become our new versions. And on that note, I'll see my channel members tonight, and I'll see the rest of you tomorrow. Have a good one.